We walk through tall saguaro cactus, choyas shimmering like glass against mountain slopes of muted gold and reds. There's a feeling of peaceful isolation, rough, timeless, with echoes of the Old West. Goldfield, its weathered wooden buildings, and rusted mining tools, including a brothel house, give a spirit of the Old West. A stop at the old saloon for lunch is a must-do. Sedona, a place where earth and spirit meet, the air hums with energy. Red rock cathedrals rise in silent majesty, and the breeze carries a scent of juniper. We enjoy a stunning panorama from the balcony of our hotel, the colors brightened from a passing light rain. Periodic light rain continues as we hike to Cathedral Rock. Upon reaching the base of Cathedral Rock, the world feels wide open and welcoming. There's a rush of pure joy at being here. Telak Kepaki, artisan village with cobblestone walkways, botanical courtyards, and fountains, is a great place to wander between art galleries and craft stores to work up an appetite for lunch and a nice cup hot tea. The entrance to the cave is quite unassuming. No glorious entrance. The light fades quickly to a black tunnel after a few steps. Our headlamps cut a narrow beam through the dark, revealing other explorers. There's a mix of awe and unease. The ground is difficult to traverse with boulders, rough frozen bumps and ripples of solidified lava. Our stay for the night is Wanda Camp, a glamping site located in Valle, not far from the Grand Canyon. On the way to the Grand Canyon, we spotted a dead elk on the side of the road and wondered what happened to the person who hit it. In Tusayan, we see an elk herd, with the male elk walking into the street, a car avoiding it. We start our steep descent down the South Kaibab Trail. At the Uar Point, cliffs drop away sharply, revealing vast ridges and mesas. Descending further to the Cedar Ridge Point, the canyon opens up more to breathtaking layers of color and depth. Shades of red, orange, and gold. People pose for spectacular pictures. met a fellow traveler. He was from Haifa, Israel, and gave him a ride to his hotel, which was not far from our campsite. Passing by the dead elk, he commented that he knew the guy who hit the elk. Of course we had to meet this man. We discovered he was fine, and only his windshield was crushed, nothing else. The sound of a pack of coyotes near our campsite. The watchtower was built in 1932, sitting on the south rim, modeled after Puebloan towers, with painted murals by local Hopi artists. Spectacular views of the canyon are seen through its windows. We continue to Antelope Point Launch in Page, at the end of Lake Powell, where we have a kayak rental waiting for us. Our goal is to paddle through the narrow curving passage of sandstone walls until it ends. Beaching our kayak at the end with shallow muddy waters, there are many other kayakers here. The canyon starts off wide with lush green plants contrasting the red rock and sand, then narrows to a slot canyon. The weather report forecasted a passing rain cloud. The walls glisten with the rain. Small waterfalls begin to form in the wall cracks. We encounter others heading back to the kayak beach point, some in a rush, other casually. We see our kayak and only one other now. The rain has stopped and the sky is blue again as we paddle back to the launch point. Horseshoe Bend is an iconic point of the Colorado River, making a 270-degree curve around a sandstone mesa. Deep emerald waters cut through layers of red and orange rock, sculpted over millions of years. We have a tour of Antelope Canyon X. The groups are smaller and simple photography is allowed. The small group makes it capable to get a video walkthrough without any people in the sends. The canyon walls rise close on either side, glowing in shades of red, gold, and violet. The wildly sculpted path twists and narrows, carved by wind and water, blue skies with puffy white clouds contrasting the walls. Canyon X is quieter and more personal than the upper and lower canyons. This image is the reason it's called Canyon X, after the X-shape opening. After a night in Kayenta, we get an early morning start with a sunrise view of Monument Valley. The scenic dirt road we will take can be seen in the distance. Monument Valley is famous for scenes in Western films, punctuated by sandstone buttes. John Ford Point is our first stop. Monument Valley sits on the Arizona-Utah border and is part of the Navajo Nation. It holds deep and cultural significance. Forrest Gump Point is a dedicated spot due to its popularity. A scene from Forrest Gump when Forrest stops during his running marathon and decides to go home. We have lunch here and watch.
Record. Okay, I quit. I think I'm gonna go home now.
We are headed to Elephant Hill Trailhead in the Needles district of Canyonlands, passing our camping spot by some mileage. Our goal is to hike the Chesler Park Viewpoint Trail. Our goal is to hike the Chesler Park Viewpoint Trail. The path starts off steep, sometimes not clearly visible. The hike winding across slick rock domes, sandy washes and narrow rock corridors. opens into a circular meadow surrounded by tall sandstone spires, the Needles, the park's namesake. We drive to our new glamping site, passing by Newspaper Rock, filled with hundreds of petroglyphs, ancient carvings. We explore the campsite, checking on the amenities before settling in for the night. We drive to the end of Canyonlands and hike to the Grand Viewpoint. We can see the Needles district where we hiked yesterday. The Corona Arch is actually outside the Canyonlands, not far from Moab. The woman carrying her dog down the chained slope is so cute. This dog is so adorable. It's our turn up the slope, followed by a small ladder climb. As we reach a large slick rock ledge, we have our first sighting of the stunning Corona Arch. We stop here on for lunch and admire the sculpted expanse. The mood shifts from anticipation to awe and gratitude. Standing beneath the arch is both humbling and exhilarating. The curve of the sandstone soars high overhead. The two holes on the cliff seem like a watchful guardian of the arch. After dinner in Moab, we return to our mountain tent. The temperature drops to 34 degrees. The Milky Way is visible in the sky. I place my Seastar S50 digital telescope outside the tent and we watch deep sky objects via the app on my phone while staying warm inside the tent. The delicate arch carries a mood of reverence and awe, Utah's state symbol. It is a freestanding formation, graceful and solitary. The Devil's Garden path starts off with ease. Soon we encounter the landscape arch, a thin ribbon of sandstone stretching nearly 300 feet. The trail quickly turns rugged with stretches of bouldering and scrambling over slick rock backbones. We use our hands for balance, climbing a steeply sloped backbone. A sandy side path along rock walls leads to Navajo Arch. A shaded opening beneath an immense wall appears like a hidden sanctuary. A shaded opening beneath an immense wall appears like a hidden sanctuary. A step back presents the blue sky and red arch reflected perfectly on the puddle. Retracing our steps back to the main trail leads us to scramble to the top of a long backbone. Traversing this backbone yields a view of the maze of towering sandstone fins, massive blade like red rock. Our final short hike is to the Double Arch, a pair of massive sandstone arches that share the same base, curving overhead in graceful symmetry. This was also the opening scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Goblin Valley is otherworldly. It's no wonder it was a chosen film location for Galaxy Quest in 1999, where the crew of the NSE Protector need to find a replacement beryllium sphere. The red landscape stretches out in a maze of strange, rounded rock formations. Hundreds of sandstone goblins. The mood is playful and surreal. There are no strict trails here. You're free to wander wherever your curiosity leads. Our curiosity leads us down a deep valley in the direction of the goblin's lair. We faced twist and turn with some light scrambling and had lunch at the end of that canyon. Arriving in Hanksville, we stop for a caffeine break before heading to Mars. The Mars Desert Research Station is surrounded by red hills and barren badlands that appear strikingly like the Martian surface. Operated by the Mars Society, where scientists, engineers, and explorers live for days or weeks simulating life on Mars. We are lucky enough to see 2 astronauts emerge from the station to explore. As I explore the area looking downward, I'm in awe on how Mars-like the ground appears. I imagine the sound of the Perseverance rover searching for signs of life. I myself did not see any. I wondered if the astronauts could see us or have noticed us. There was another woman here we talked to, and she said she was rather afraid when she saw the astronauts. She had no idea they would emerge with suits. What we did find was many small agate and jasper rocks. I watch and film the astronauts when one turned towards us and appeared to wave at us. My first thought was we are okay to be here, right?
All systems 5x5.
It was a short ride from the Mars station to downtown Hanksville. We had dinner and picked up some supplies before heading to our dome camp, Blue Valley Domes. This was our most luxurious camping yet. We drive down a dirt road for 1 mile, then hike another mile to the surreal landscape of spires of the moon. Stepping on this ground feels weirdly soft and sinking. My friend Marilyn likens it to walking on top of a chocolate brownie, and I agree. This place is also like a surreal dreamscape on another planet or moon. Rippling dunes of grey and blue clay are spiked with isolated jagged spires. We have lunch on the shadow edge of the largest spire and admire the surreal solitude, devoid of plant life. As we head back, we do find some unique-looking plant life. Not far from the spires, Factory Butte rises in the distance, immense and solitary, its flat top and ribbed slopes giving it the look of a forgotten fortress. No trees, no sound but the wind, just vastness. It is surrounded by rolling dunes of grey-blue clay. Another 2 miles down a dirt road across the way brings us to Moonscape Overlook. Another blue and grey clay landscape with a delineation of red in the distance. That is where the Mars Research Station is located. Arriving in Salt Lake City, we do a quick drive tour around downtown. We noticed the Mormon temple is surrounded by construction, but the angel can still be seen. We check into our downtown hostel for 2 nights. The hostel has a large community area for relaxing, skateboarding, or even climbing. We have a beer at the bar's outdoor balcony by the fire pit. The windows in our room overlook the climbing gym. West of the Great Salt Lake is a vast, shimmering expanse of white stretching to the horizon. The surface is densely packed salt crust. A car can be seen in the distance turning for a test drive down the flat. Now it's our turn to test drive. I cannot help but think about a scene from Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension. The crusty salt and tire marks makes our speed seem very fast. I spot a water puddle and slow down. We pass through the puddle and I decided to turn quickly and drive back before getting stuck in the salt mud. On our way back, we walk to the edge of the Great Salt Lake.